Hi everyone, it's Anna. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about something that I've really been enjoying lately, which is peach fragrances. I feel like peach is having a moment now. I've been noticing a lot of peach reviews from other fragrance reviewers and a lot of peach releases in stores, and I'm really excited by this because I just recently kind of got on the bandwagon and got interested in the note of peach. And it all sort of started for me when I tried one of the fragrances I'm going to be talking about. I have a bunch here. I have about 6 fragrances that I'm really enjoying and that I think are really good options if you're looking to learn more about peach, if you want to try different peach scent profiles, because there's a variety here. And I think there's kind of like, more fresh versions, more syrupy versions, a lot of great options, and I'm really excited to share with you what I've been trying lately and some of what I've purchased along the lines of peach. So thank you so much for being here, and let's get started. Let's talk about some fragrances that I've either purchased or that I've been sampling, and whether or not they might appeal to you based on your preferences. I think a lot of them would be a great option for anybody just looking to try some peach. So let's start with, oh my gosh, you guys, this is so good. This is Peach's Revenge by Sarah Baker. I know this is a fragrance that kind of went viral. A lot of people love it. It's been around for a couple years. It was released in 2024. And personally, I had never tried it. I actually had never tried this brand whatsoever. And I really got interested in this and just really wanted to sample it. And it's incredible, you guys. I got a sample from, I believe it was Lucky Scent. I got a decant. And I don't have a full bottle, unfortunately. I hope to get one eventually. But at this point, I used my decant to create a solid perfume, this little guy here. And if that's something you're interested in, I can talk more about that in another video about how I do that. I take decants and I make them into solid perfumes, which is a good way to kind of keep them going a while longer, preserve them. So I can definitely talk about that more another time. But at any rate, I converted this little sample I had into a solid perfume, and I've been loving this, you guys. This is a beautiful scent profile. I had never tried anything like this, and this is completely new to my collection. I literally had never experienced this scent profile of peach combined with like a more spicy accord. This is just so good, you guys. If you have tried this, I've heard that people either love this one or hate it, but if you love it, you really, really love it. So let's talk a little bit about the notes and everything. So the top notes are peach, nectarine, guava, and caramel. Middle is vanilla, amaretto, ginger, and cinnamon, and base notes are amber, musk, orris, and cardamom. So this is such a beautiful fragrance. It's a beautiful, syrupy, overripe peach combined with a spicy backdrop. I know some people have said this is sort of a similar fragrance to like a peach cobbler, but I don't know. I'm not really sure that I associate peach cobbler with cardamom and so much cinnamon, but correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, if this really truly represents peach cobbler, maybe it does. Maybe I just haven't had a lot of peach cobblers, which I probably haven't. But at any rate, this is a delicious fragrance. Oh my God, I can't get enough of this, you guys. It's gorgeous. It's a real banger. It just opens with like an overripe, beautiful, juicy, sweet peach, and then progressively becomes a little bit more spicy, and it has like real longevity. I mean, this one lasts on me like, I'd say at least 6 hours. So good, you guys. I'm thinking about getting a full bottle, but it is a little bit on the pricier side. I believe it's around $200 for a 50 ml. And there's also a larger size, which might be like a better value actually per milliliter, but I don't recall the price for that one. I'm so sorry. But at any rate, it does, make sense to get a full bottle if you really, really love it. However, I did find some really good dupes. So let's talk about them. Let's talk about some affordable alternatives to Peach's Revenge. So the first one I have is this guy, Paris Corner Peach de Lulu Cayer. Oh my God, you guys, this is so good. This to me is a really, really good dupe of Peach's Revenge. Now I wouldn't say it's 100%, okay? And there's never gonna be a fragrance that's like 100% identical to what it's duping, but this is a pretty accurate dupe. I'd say it's like 80-90%. This is so good, you guys. It is a banger. I mean, it opens with like that juicy, syrupy peach, and then you get those spices. There's a little bit of like a green note here too, a little bit of like something that smells like basil to me, which differentiates it slightly from Peach's Revenge. I think there's a little bit more of like a green note in this one. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if you like can't smell the difference between the two and this is like a dead ringer. I really don't know. I think there's some slight differences, but at any rate, they're both gorgeous. Love this. I got this at Marshall's. I blind bought it because it was locked in a case and I couldn't sample it. Could even like spray it in the air beforehand. And I just went for it. It was around 25 bucks, I want to say. And I was a little nervous to blind buy this one because I'd heard some mixed things. I'd heard that some people really don't enjoy this and that they view it as kind of like juvenile. And the name Peach Delulu, it does sound a little juvenile to me. And that it's like syrupy and overripe and kind of gross and like sickly sweet. Like people had said that. And like, I know there's some people that just don't care for this scent profile, don't care for this fragrance, but other people were like raving about it. And I was hesitant, to be honest. I was like, I don't know if I really want to try like a super syrupy kind of potentially artificial peach scent here, but I bought it in the hopes that it would be similar to Peach's Revenge, which, oh my God, you guys, it is super close. Like I said, slightly more of a green scent to me, but stunning, absolutely stunning fragrance. Lasts forever, projects moderately, lasted me like more so than the Peach's Revenge. I would say this one went strong for like 7 hours. So good, you guys. I have made this huge dent, if you can see. Oh my goodness, I can't stop wearing this. Obsessed. So good. Recommend 100%. Okay, so it doesn't end here. We have another dupe for Peach's Revenge, and it is Peach Velvet by Kadlaj, which is a Middle Eastern brand. So is Paris Corner, by the way. I'm sorry if I didn't say that before. They're both Middle Eastern, more affordable brands, available on Aroma Concepts. This one I got from Joma Shop. Really good deal. I believe this was under $20. I think there was a sale, and this is so good, you guys. Again, super lasting, really good performance on this one. Smells virtually identical to Peach Delulu. I literally, to be honest with you, maybe I'm really unsophisticated, but I literally can't tell the difference between the two. Like, they're so similar. And correct me if I'm wrong, like if you've tried them both and like they're not so similar to you, like I'd love to hear kind of how other people experience these, but for me they're very close dupes, and this one's even more affordable. They both are very similar to Peach's Revenge, and they're incredible. So I'm super happy with this. I just can't stop wearing this one, and can't recommend it enough, especially because I think it's able to be found at a pretty good price point these days. It's as cheap as under 20 bucks. So really, really good option along the same lines. I can read you the notes for this one too. This is, again, Peach Velvet by Kadlaj, and it has top notes of peach, cream accord, nectarine, and guava. So you can understand why it's similar to the other two, because it has that guava, which is so amazing. Mid is vanilla, amber, ginger, cinnamon, and base is caramel and musk. So good. Completely recommend. Okay, so that is sort of like the first peach profile that I recently tried and completely fell in love with. They're just amazing. I highly recommend you at least try this scent profile, that you get a sample of Peach's Revenge, or maybe even Spring, for a full bottle of these other more affordable options. If you can sample them, that's great too. Of course, I just don't know how readily available those are in sample form, because in my experience, it's been a little hard to find samples of the more affordable Middle Eastern fragrances. But at any rate, so worth it. I definitely recommend, but you do have to love peach. You do have to be into that really sweet, overripe, juicy peach to enjoy these, I would say. So let's move on to something a little bit different. Now, this is so good too, you guys. This is called Peach Macaron, and it's by Theodoros Kalatinas. Amazing. This one is a little different. It's very peach forward like the others. I mean, you definitely smell that peach, but I would characterize this one as more of a gourmand, actually. This is, like the title suggests, based off of a peach macaron, so it has like that cookie vanillic quality. It's sweet, it's beautiful. It really does smell like that French macaron cookie, but peach. Beautiful scent, love this, super addictive again. I can't stop wearing this. Really good one. Longevity is not as good as Peach's Revenge, I'm not gonna lie. It's about 5 hours. You can respray and it'll last you, you know, another couple hours, of course. So I literally just throw it in my bag if I'm going someplace for like the whole day, and I'll just spray it again after a couple hours, and it's amazing. I would say it's a little more of a skin scent. It's not a huge projector, but it is a really great perfume. It's so worth it. It has, like I said, more of a gourmand quality. It's more vanillic, it's super sweet, but not cloying. Let me read the notes for you if you're interested in trying this one. So, peach macaron, top is ripe peach and burnt sugar. I don't really get that actually, that's interesting. I don't know if I smell burnt sugar. I do smell the sugary sweetness, but I don't get like a bitter burnt note from this, fortunately. The heart is macaron accord, and the base is soft vanilla. You definitely smell that vanilla. So love this. If you love like macaron cookies, you'll probably enjoy this, especially if you enjoy peach as well. So definitely recommend this one. Theodore's Calatinus, a little bit on the pricier side. I did get this off ScentSplit. I believe for the 50 ml it was around 180. So maybe try a decant first, see if you enjoy it. I started out with a 10 ml decant and ended up upgrading to the full size because I really do enjoy it. Okay, so that's peach macaron. And then again, it's different from the Peach's Revenge and dupes. Really, really beautiful, different take on peach. Okay, so let's move on to something that I really have been enjoying as well, which is Peau de Pêche by Kieiko Misheri. I think that's a Japanese brand. I'm not 100% sure. And I had never heard of this brand. I'd never heard of this fragrance. I found this originally and discovered this fragrance at Scent Bar in LA. So good, you guys. It was like a love at first sniff. It came in this really chic glass bottle with a black cap. I'm sorry I don't have a picture, and I also don't have the full bottle here because I just ended up getting a decant from, I believe it was Lucky Scent, and again, I converted it into a little solid perfume. So this is incredible, you guys. I love this. This came out in 2003. I had no idea. This has been around for ages. This brand has been around for ages. I'd never heard of it. Really beautiful scent. So this one is more of a fresh green take on a peach. Peau de Pêche in French means peach skin, and it really does have like that green, slightly underripe, fresh quality that you would imagine from a peach skin, combined with like a beautiful peach note, obviously. This is so pretty. I love this. It is so delicate, light. It's very, very different than the other fragrances I mentioned. This is not one of these syrupy, super potent fragrances whatsoever. This is like much more of a fresh take on a peach, like I said, but so lovely. Lasting power is fair. It lasted on me about 3 hours, and then I reapplied. It's more of a skin scent. I'm not going to say that it doesn't project at all, but it is definitely not something that's going to be up in anybody's face. It's not going to be obnoxious. So actually, it could be a safe fragrance for work because it is a little bit more of a skin scent, a little bit more low-key. So if you're looking for that, this could be a really good option. So again, this is Peau de Pêche by Kieiko Misheri, and you guys, this is so good. I might end up buying a full bottle. It's on a couple of these independent decant / niche stores like ScentSplit and Lucky Scent, but it is a little bit pricey. I believe it's $145. So not terrible, but not what we would consider to be super affordable here either. But again, a beautiful one. I think I probably will end up picking up a full bottle of this. And I can't believe this has been around since 2003. I had no idea, and I've never heard anybody talk about this fragrance, but I kind of suspect it might have like a little bit of a cult following because whenever I have found it, it's been sold out. So I think it's a pretty popular scent among people who like this brand maybe, or like this particular scent profile. Really good one. So like I said, I haven't bought a full bottle of this yet, but I did find somewhat of a dupe for it. I'm not going to say it's 100% of a dupe or even like a 90% dupe. I think this would maybe be like a 60% dupe. A lot of similarities. This is so good. This is brand new 2026 release. This is Vera Bradley collab with Bath and Body Works, and it's called Peach Blossom and Nectar. It's so cute, and it comes in this little travel spray in addition to a larger bottle. The packaging is so cute. It's got these little nectarines on it. I love this so much. I just got this today, actually. I just picked this up. I'd sampled it a couple times, and I was kind of like, you know, just excited to buy it because it's pretty affordable. It's like 15 bucks or something for the 10 ml travel spray. And again, it's a little similar to Peau de Pêche. It's got that freshness. It's got, you know, like a really beautiful kind of green quality to it. Peach blossom and nectar. So it has floral elements. It has a really delicate, pretty, sweet peach that isn't cloying, that isn't super syrupy, but is really appealing and natural smelling. This kind of reminds me of something from way back, you guys, like almost like a peach that you would have bought at like Bath and Body, not Bath and Body Works, the Body Shop a million years ago. Like it has that freshness. So this is such a good one. Let me go over the notes here. So this one has peach nectar at the top, golden freesia for the mid, and sweet beechwood for the base. Really nice scent. Lasts a few hours. Not great in terms of performance, but I would say it lasts like 3 hours maybe and projects moderately again. So this is kind of a good alternative to Peau de Pêche because it does have greenness, like I said, but it's not as photorealistic peach skin as Peau de Pêche is. So this one is a little bit more floral, I would say, but definitely a good alternative if you're looking for a more affordable option, or if you just can't find Peau de Pêche because it's a little hard to get a hold of. I still haven't been able to find a bottle of it because it's almost never in stock. I was able to sample it, but I was not able to buy a full bottle. So this is a great option. Highly recommend. Sold at Bath and Body Works. Obviously, it comes with like a matching lotion and body wash and everything, so that's cool if you want to amplify the whole experience and combine those. I think it would be really nice. So this is a good one. So let's talk about another new release. This is from 2026 as well. This is so good, you guys. This is Idol Peaches and Roses. This is beautiful. So this one is a flanker from the Idol line, Lancôme. It definitely has that Idol DNA, the rose, the slight spiciness. I believe there's like a red pepper note in here. Really beautiful, but you do have to love the Idol scent profile. This is not one of those flankers that bears no resemblance to the original. This is really a true spin-off of the original peach peppery DNA with that designer feel to it. I definitely feel, it's a little hard for me to even like describe why, but this definitely does read as designer to me. But so good. I really enjoy the Idol lineup. I have one of them. I have one full bottle. I forget the name of it, but it's good. And I do wear it. I love rose. So, like I said, I enjoy Idol in general, and this peach and rose is so good. This opens with a really intense, juicy, almost overripe peach. Oh my gosh, the opening is so powerful. You really have to like an overripe peach, not a syrupy peach, but just like a super ripe peach. And then that subsides a little bit and you get sort of the more traditional Idol DNA, like I said, with the rose and the slight spiciness. So let me go over the note breakdown here. So this is Idol Peaches and Roses again. Top note is pink pepper, red berries. Middle is peach, base is rose. New release. I really enjoy the opening. It's really potent. I have heard some people say that they don't enjoy the opening because it's a little bit too much. Like it borders on a rotting peach for some people. They find it to be a little bit off-putting. They find it to be a little bit like nauseating, like maybe a little bit rotten smelling, almost like indolic. I personally don't get that. I really enjoy the potency of the opening, but you do have to love like that busting out, like overripe kind of peach. Not as sweet as Peach's Revenge, not syrupy per se, but just like a really almost overripe, close to rotting peach. for sure. And then that sort of subsides, like I said, you get more of the classic Idol DNA. So definitely a good one. Very good performance on this one. I would say this one lasted a solid like 6-7 hours on me. Projects well. I think I would say that people could definitely smell it within a few feet of me. So I really did get a couple compliments. This is a really, really good one. Good performance. And I definitely recommend this. I kind of wish I bought the full bottle, but just wasn't quite ready to spring for it. It is on JomaShop already, even though it's a new release. I did find it on JomaShop, which is a gray market retailer. Really good deal. So I highly recommend that you check out discounters for this, even though it's on the newer side. I think that you'll be able to find it for a discount on JomaShop if you want to pick up the full bottle. Otherwise, Sephora has it, Ulta has it, the Sephora sale is coming. So it is definitely available, and Ulta has these little 10 ml decants or travel sprays. So that's what I went with initially. I may eventually pick up a full bottle, but I'm just kind of sorting out what I want to do. There's just so many, you guys. There's so many good ones. I have to kind of prioritize. So I love this, but I don't know if I'll pick up a full bottle for sure. So let's move on from that. That is a good one though. Another new release, I believe it's 2025, is Pêche Velour from Maison Mahata. Again, I made it into a little mini, teeny tiny solid perfume. Really good one, guys. This is another beautiful vanillic, fresh peach that kind of goes along the gourmand lines of Pêche Macaroon. So this is gorgeous. This is actually, I would say, pretty similar to Peach Macaroon by Theodoros Kalatinas. Maybe slightly more vanillic, if anything. So let's go over the notes for this one. Again, it's Maison Mahata Pêche Velour. So top note is peach, heart is violet, and tuberose. Thankfully, I don't smell that because I don't love tuberose. And jasmine. And the base is vanilla, sandalwood, and musk. I really get the vanilla on this. I really get a fresh, not green, but perfectly ripe peach. Gorgeous, has that cookie quality again, has that gourmand kind of quality. You know, a lot of these Maison Mahata scents do have gourmand aspects to them. I really love this brand, you guys. I don't know if you're familiar with this brand, but they've had a few that went viral, including, I believe it's called Vanilla Escapade Gourmand, excuse me. It's called Escapade Gourmand, and it's a beautiful vanilla fragrance that's a gourmand. Absolutely love that one. But it's pricey, okay? It's around 200 bucks. It's available on Lucky Scent and Scent Split, but it is not cheap, you guys. And they don't have multiple sizes. And I'll be honest with you, I've sampled a number of them. I've sampled Brownie Pop, I've sampled Escapade Gourmand, and now Pêche Velour here. They don't have great lasting power. So it's a little disappointing. One of my pet peeves is lasting power, especially because I have really dry skin. Not only do I have dry skin, but I live in the California desert, so I really need perfumes that are powerful, that can withstand the dryness, that can last in spite of it. I always combine fragrance with lotion to maximize the lasting power, but if you are familiar with Maison Mahata, let me know your thoughts about that brand, because I love their scents, but I don't necessarily think I'll ever spring for a full bottle of any of them because the lasting power is not as good as some alternatives. But again, this is a beautiful scent. This is Maison Mahata Pêche Velour, really pretty, similar to Pêche Macaroon or Peach Macaroon by Theodoros Kalatinas. So if you're into that, definitely sample this one. I got, I think, a little 3 ml sample and really enjoyed it, converted it into a solid perfume, and I've been using it. Again, I just don't know. Maybe if there's a really great sale sometime, I'll get a full bottle. I would love to, but I just have not gotten any full bottles from that brand. Okay, so that's another one, recent release, really good. So let's talk about, I believe the last one that I have here, which is, whoops, Peaches. It's just called Peaches. Alice Brooklyn body spray. Really nice. I got this at Marshall's. I believe it was like slashed. It was like half off or something. So I paid around 15 bucks. I think originally their scents are around 30, maybe a little bit cheaper. Beautiful bottle. I love the nice glass heavy bottle with the ombre. It's so pretty. The little logo here is really pretty, and nice sprayer. Just super beautiful quality bottle. I love that. Heavy, gorgeous. And like a lot of Alice Brooklyn, it's got that really beautiful, like natural, super, you know, approachable, sweet but not cloying kind of thing going on here. Really nice scent. Really wearable, lightweight body spray. I love combining this with other scents like vanilla. Let's go over the notes here, and then I'll talk a little bit more about like the aspects that I enjoy and don't enjoy here. But again, this is Ellis Brooklyn. Top note is peach, pink pepper, water lily, mid rosebud, laurel leaf, and orris. Base sandalwood, upcycled Virginia cedarwood. That sounds kind of pretentious. I don't know what that is, but at any rate, we'll forgive them because this is really nice. Came out in 2024. Beautiful, lightweight, very fresh take on peach. It's a little bit of like a hybrid between these fresher ones like the Pot de Pêche and the syrupy sweet ones like Peach's Revenge. I mean, this is kind of a compromise. Like, it's sweet, but it's not syrupy, and it's also not really green. I don't really get a lot of like, you know, acidity or greenness from this one. I feel like this one is kind of just like a nice, fresh, ripe peach, really photorealistic peach, but not like a gourmand, like not super sweet or vanillic. So really pretty one. Again, I don't love the fact that it's a body spray. I don't really go in for body sprays usually because the lasting power is just not there. Obviously, they don't have the oil content of an EDP or even like an eau de toilette. So unfortunately, I'm not a huge fan of body sprays in general for that reason, but I'll make an exception because this was affordable and it was so cute and I just love it. I love the bottle. I love everything about it, and it layers really nicely with others. It plays well with others, and I would say if you can find it at a discounter, it's so worth it. Would I pay full price for this? No, I would not, to be honest, but maybe it is worth it for somebody to do that. I don't think you have to. I think it's available now at TJ Maxx, Marshalls, all those places. So definitely recommend this one as well. This is the Body Mist from Ellis Brooklyn. So I believe that's it. That's the rundown for now. Again, I'm just so excited to share these peach fragrances because there's so many amazing options. And like I said, I fell into a bit of a rabbit hole once I tried Peach's Revenge. And now I'm just like a glutton for peach. I'm looking for all the peach profiles. I'm looking for like every version of peach here. And obviously this is just a select few, right? Like these are some of the newer ones with the exception of Pot de Pêche, which has been around for 2 decades apparently. So this is sort of like the ones I have or have tried. There's so many more, you guys, and there's a ton of reviewers who have like peach deep dives, even from years ago before it became like a big trend. Like there's a lot of people that like have a bunch of offerings that they can discuss and share with you, and I would love to try more as well. But for now, I'm relatively happy with this assortment, and I will definitely update you about how they perform, whether or not I consistently end up using them or whether they kind of go by the wayside, because like I said, most of these are new to my collection. So we'll see ultimately what ends up being like a true long-term favorite. I have a feeling that I'll always love Peach Delulu, Peach's Revenge, that scent profile. So again, lots of great peach options. Please feel free to let me know your thoughts if you've tried any of these, whether or not you enjoyed them. If you have additional recommendations, I'd love to hear about more peach options, even ones that have been around for a while. I would love to know your thoughts, so please feel free to share. And thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it, and I hope this has been enjoyable for you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.